Welcome back to Rolling Mind. Before we went on the break, we were talking about how men truly need everybody's support. You know, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, try as much as possible to support the men around you. And right about now, I'm very excited because I have one of my favorite Nollywood actors right here in the studio. She is a filmmaker, she is a movie producer, she is a mother. She wears so many hats and she wears them beautifully well. Ladies and gentlemen, Yvonne Jegede.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm great.
Okay. I always wonder, you know, how do you maintain so much beauty when you're jumping from one set to another set? You know, the stress does not look sure on your face. So.
Well, I thank God.
All right. Everybody has a picture perfect of who you've become, but let's go back in time. Who was Yvonne Jegede before she evolved into the woman she is today?
I was just a young girl born in a village, you know, grew up in the north. A family of 10 children, first of 10. Had aspirations, had dreams, and acting was not particularly what I wanted to do, but here I am.
Okay. So, can you take us through, you know, the process? At what point did you even realize that you were born to do this? You know, even though it wasn't particularly what you wanted to do, at what point did you realize that this is my path?
I think I started having that feeling when I would go on set, right? I'll go on set with my uncle. I think, first of all, I was fascinated by seeing these people I see on TV, on ground, one-on-one. So I wanted to be like them. But at that time, I think I was probably 19, going on 20 already. So, yeah, I think that came much at my later teen years, like from the age of 19 or thereabout, yeah. But it wasn't something that I wanted to do from like a child, like when I was 7 or 8, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, so but it became a part of me when I realized that I could do so much and I could be whatever I want to be, you know. It's a profession that you can wear different things and be different things at different times, you know. It's a beautiful profession. So
I can tell.
I know.
I can tell. Have you ever had a particular role that stood out for you? Because you've portrayed so many characters. Is there a particular one that anytime you think about it, you're like, okay, yes, I did that?
There's so many roles that I've played that I'm still attached to. But I think the first time I noticed that, okay, maybe acting could be something that was in me, you know, because I have that belief in myself that much. I think it was when, this is years ago, I was in a movie with Kenneth Okonkwo, and I had a scene where I came out from a hospital to seek his help to pay for my hospital bills because the hospital had held me down because I couldn't pay my bills. So I blocked him just by his car in the car park, and I was crying. And when it was time for my see you, then back in the days, just had one camera, you know,
right.
Like now that we have like Black Magic and the rest of them. So we had the Sony camera, very massive, you hold here on your shoulder. So they were taking my see you, and I was crying. He started crying, and he wasn't even supposed to cry in the scene, but he just started crying. So I was very young. I was probably maybe like 20 or 21 or thereabout. And yeah, that was after African Queen. So I should probably be like 21. So yeah, so I think that was when I'm like, ooh, I'm making this old man cry, for real. So yeah, I think that was when I'm like, okay, I think I have this. I do have this. This is something that I will do for a long time.
That's beautiful. You've witnessed several phases of Nollywood. You know, look at you talking about how you acted with Kenneth Okonkwo back in the day. What would you say is different about Nollywood today?
Oh my goodness, it's the beauty of the growth, you know, the evolving of Nollywood. Nollywood has migrated from, different stages, has metamorphosized, it just keeps. Nollywood, I think, because of technology of today, with AI and, all these things, I think art is more like layers, like onions. So when something new comes out, you see different things, are able to be achieved, visually, stuff like that. So it's a good thing, We have actually grown. It's beautiful to experience it, and it's even more beautiful for somebody like me who has been there for like 20 years, over 20 years, like that. So I've seen the growth. I have seen the growth, and I've seen the margin is huge. People now just don't waltz into the industry like, an apprentice learning the job. Back in the days, like the people who sold electronics, who had access to DVDs and stores where people can have access to buy them. So they were the marketers and they were the distributors of Nollywood. But there was the technical part of it, every other part of it, artistic part of it was not involved. It was just about making money for, the people who were running the business at the time. So now seeing that people are actually going to study, go for second degree on art and, acting classes, master classes, people are taking all these things seriously. People just don't write scripts anymore. You have to learn their format. I didn't even know that. I got a script from somebody and I tried to give it to another scriptwriter to edit it. And he was like, oh, this format is not right. There's a format they use. And I'm like, scripts now have formats? So it's good. It's really good that,
Okay.
There's a lot of seriousness in the business now.
Okay, so now you just said there's a lot of seriousness in the business. There's a hot topic, what makes the most money, or what platform makes the most money? Is it the streamers? Should we go on YouTube and put out movies? Let's talk about the business.
The business side of it. Well, it depends. It depends. Like there's this saying, it's in the money to define money, So it depends. If you do a very, very good film, you put in the necessary work you need to do. You can put your movie on YouTube and you still make your money. You can go to the cinema and still make your money. So there's really no pattern to it. Like I had a conversation with AY this morning, and AY comedian, and he was saying that there was a time that he was like, and I said to him, there was a time that you were the it guy for cinemas, with the Merry Man at the beginning, a trip to Jamaica,
Yeah.
So those are the movies that were topping the cinema back then. But now we have Funke Akindele, so it's like there's growth, there's involvement, there's more people acquiring more knowledge, having more understanding. So you can't really say it's just cinema that makes money, because now YouTube is making numbers. People are making numbers on YouTube as well. So, but technically, I think the distributors have their ways. I'm really not in behind the scene like that, so I can't really tell you what exactly. Yeah, but we've had it. Very massive growth in the entertainment industry, music, movie-wise. Yeah.
Okay. Let's now talk about some of the things that happen. Every now and then there's always a viral story about what happens in Nollywood. Of late, there's a particular case of an actor who had told the producer that at this particular call time, at this particular time he has to leave because he has another engagement the following day. I'm sure you know the story. And then, of course, the producer says, you have to finish my project. And a lot of people are divided on that particular opinion. So can you, structurally, is a producer allowed to keep an actor on set if the actor had not completed his time, and if the actor has completed his time and the scenes have not all been shot? Like, how does this work?
To be honest, the producer cannot keep an actor on set because it's not a plantation. The person is not your slave. But what it is most time is that there is a call time for every actor. Now, if you ask an actor to come on set for 8 a.m., you don't expect the actor to work till 12 midnight. Do you understand? I always make it clear to producers, I can only give you 12 hours. Thank goodness I'm over 40, so I can use my age as an excuse. I'll tell you, I'll give you 12 hours. 8 o'clock in the morning, I should be allowed to go home by 8 p.m. maximum 9 p.m. So if I come on set and we have technical problems and we don't get to film until maybe like 12 noon, that's not the actor's problem. Because you should have gotten your team together. You should have made sure your cables are working. I know sometimes there are hiccups. Sometimes you have issues like that where you don't plan it, you know. But there are ways where you can relate to somebody because there was an agreement. You come, you work for me for a certain period of days from this time to this time, and then you're allowed to go home. If you haven't finished, it is now my duty to plead with you. I beg. I won't be having Yvonne here tomorrow, and she has 2 scenes with you. Can you please just stretch yourself for me? It's the appropriate thing to do. Do you understand? We have a structure, but it's not enforced. So a lot of things just go wrong, and people just take things into their hands because Nigerians are Nigerians, and sometimes we move mad. But technically and professionally and structurally, a producer cannot ask an actor that you must stay. No, you paid for my time. You didn't pay for my life. Do you understand? I'm also a producer, but I think because I've been an actor for a long time and I started off as an actor, I understand where actors are coming from more, even though it's my money that's on the line. So, yeah, I don't think any producer has the right or the temerity to tell you that you must stay. If you want me to stay, you do the right thing. You either pay for an extra day or you talk to me like a human being.
Right.
You know?
Right. You've just spoken from your wealth of experience, and it's been 20 years, over 20 years. How does that feel, really? And what's the next phase for you?
I feel very young. I feel like I'm 20 years old myself.
Well, you look it, so.
Okay, the next phase for me right now, which is why I'm doing all of this, the 20 years anniversary dinner party and all of that, is because there's so many sides to me that I haven't really explored. Because who I am as a person, I'm a little bit of an introvert in an extroverted business. I will go on a red carpet and not walk into the cinema to see the movie and turn around and go home. I'm there because I have to be there, I have to be seen. But do I want people to ask me questions on the red carpet? I want to go home. I want to go home. So it's just basically for me, I have been pushing here and there, so I just rather just do certain things differently. So, but now I'm just ready to show people that, okay, there are so many sides to me.
Right.
So many serious sides, even though I'm very unserious most times. 80% of the time I'm very unserious. Sorry. Yeah. But I have serious sides to me. And my concern for humanity gets bigger, gets, more intense every day. So that part of me, because of the situation that we're in as a society,
right,
there's so many people who have the privilege who are not giving back. And there's so many people who don't have the privilege who are willing to give back. And I happen to be on the fence. I might not be, right, on the other end, extreme, the 1% of the 1%.
I see.
But I want to give back. So this whole phase now is for people to know that this is the kind of person I am. Even though I'm an actor, this is how I want to reach out to people.
Right.
So don't just see me, don't just see me as an actress on TV. If you see me, approach me, talk to me, let me know what's up.
Okay.
We are here to be pillars for each other.
Okay.
So that's what all of this is about. I just don't want to be an actress, just cross your leg and wear high heels and look nice. So that's what this next 20 years is about. All right.
So tell us about your latest projects.
My latest projects are my foundations that I'm registered and working on. I'm unveiling on the day. It's Yvonne Jegede Foundation, obviously, but there are 3 sides to the foundation. The first side is making sure we have education to indigent children, people who want to go to school but cannot afford it. Another side to it is also trying to see how we can, psychologically be support systems for single parents. In that aspect, we're also reaching more children, right, through their parents. And that aside, I have a movie that I'm premiering on that day called Malomo. It's a movie, yeah, it's a movie on sickle cell. It's actually a full-length movie, but we have to shorten it into a short film for the purpose of that night so that people can see from beginning to end, you know, in total of what the movie is about. So those are the things that I'll be unveiling, and then also talking about investment as well. I'm going into, like, you know, investment, you know, ideas for people that I'm also working. I have an investment company that we're also working on. It's not profit based, you know. It's just basically for us to share ideas, because there's steps. Well, I'm going to be personal about this. The steps I have taken personally in the past that were just decisions I was making. I did not know that with steps that are going to help me solve some certain financial problems when they come, like when they arise. Yeah. So being able to solve issues for myself easily in a profession where people come out to seek for help. Right. You know? Yeah. So it's not like I have a lot, but I have been able to use my money, invest it wisely, you know, pitch it in different businesses wisely and all of this. Right. So these are ideas, it's knowledge, this information that I'm willing to pass out to. So these are all the things that I'm doing. That's truly amazing. I like how well put together your thoughts are, and I also know that you've been very vocal about certain issues, especially when it comes to issues regarding women. Some people might consider you as a feminist. What's your definition of feminism, and do you think you're a feminist? I'm a feminist, and I'm not a feminist, right? I'm a feminist because of the purpose why the word was formed in the first place, to make sure there's equality and women get education and, you know, everything that should go right for a human being. Women are not excluded from it. That is why I'm a feminist. You give to this and you give to that. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. That's it. But on the other hand, the feminists we see on social media, I'm not that kind of feminist. I don't have a problem nurturing. Nurturing is part of who I am. So if you can't succumb, can't be submissive, can't be caring, or, you know, because certain reasons that I really don't know where these thoughts come from, you know, I don't buy into those ideas. But yes, I'm a feminist. I stand for women, and I will always stand for women. All right. Thank you very much. And congratulations once again on your over 20 years in Nollywood. And of course, this is just a starting point. We're wishing you 70 more years in Nollywood. All right. And that's all we have for you today on Rubbing Minds. My name is Hiro Daniels. I do hope you've enjoyed the show. Yes, we'll be back. Same time, same station next week. Bye for now.